Hey everyone, good morning. Fatty from Pack Punch Traders here. Just want to make a quick video lesson going over volume. As we can see, Nrsn, amazing play, taking off. I left way too much on the table. It was one of my top watches, and I ended up trading it from 229 to 279. Just a quick little move here on the open price reclaim with a little break past the pre-market highs. But guess what? Volume kept coming in. It just couldn't fail, and volume kept pushing it higher. Then we got the same thing here. It held up right near the highs, considering how high it went up. Did not dip that far off the highs. Volume faded a bit, but then once buying started again, we get another strong push. This one does have 6 million float, and it did come out with some FDA news, but the volume is the key. You get the failure to break down here, and shorts expectations are just broken. They start covering. Buyers recognize this and want to start buying in. And before you know it, it just takes off, and shorts are squeezing each other out. And you get a beautiful breakout over the 280s here, and then all-time highs in the mid fours, high fours. Beautiful profits, an amazing play. Can't wait for it to set a red day and start offering a multi-day bounce in later this week probably. But I only took a small part, which really sucks. I was hating myself on Twitter, but we got a beautiful move. Just this little thing is what I took, and then it started really getting aggressive when it confirmed that it was holding pre-market highs. So this is probably another place to enter rather than look to sell. And then could have been patient and taken it off in the mid to high threes. That really would have been the best trade possible, I see. Would have probably ignored all of this, but I could have been more patient and got at least to the mid to high threes, I think. The price action was, I expected it to be a little choppy until it got above pre-market highs and got a little bit there going on, but nonetheless it's still uptrending. Volume continues to come in. Each time it does fade, there's some selling and it drops off a bit, it comes right back. So keep an eye on volume and put that in coordination with what the float is as well, because we have Muln, another example, doing good volume, also rotating the float nicely, but this one didn't have it in it early on to squeeze. And let's see what the volume kind of was this morning. Okay, it definitely rotated it, but there was fading buying, as you can see here. So sellers probably was giving this a hard time as well. But this kept holding trend and failed to break down, and volume kept coming in, and then we get this solid move from 350 to the low fours. Not as it is not that much larger of a float, but regardless, I wanted to show what it was like when volume fails to keep coming in compared to when it is continually coming in and it's majority buying. Obviously, when I say volume, you don't want to see a bunch of selling, expecting it to go up. So I just wanted to make that distinction between these two plays, how volume really is the storyteller. I say that a lot, but it really shows the energy behind the stock and where the momentum kind of is, where how much buying is going on. That gives you an idea of the possible players are in it, and then you got short sellers as well. So you're seeing if you see a bunch of selling early on and it just fails to break down, you gotta check that out as well. But you also gotta see how the volume is at key moments. For example, when it's making quick fake outs here, you get some decent volume or some decent selling, but what happens after is it completely fails to break down and then volume starts coming back. So you got to be patient to really be able to read it, and that's just something I didn't do. I had my orders kind of set, and when it got to where I wanted, it got me out. Should have been more patient and let the play develop. I did a good job this morning compared to last week, waiting 15 minutes or so until it really started holding up above VWAP and the open price and adding a little bit. But yeah, so should have been patient to really let volume tell me what to do, how to react. And as you can see, sometimes you need to be patient and let them develop. They don't always have the volume in the moment to really push up, but you let it develop, get the trend, let it set a range. If volume continues to come in and it's got a good trend, you should expect an uptrend higher, some profits for sure if you're in it. I just want to go over that really quick, just those two. I'll have another video lesson later on going over the play in detail, what I was thinking and trading and whatnot. We'll see if there's another play later on. Please like the video if this was somewhat useful. Lesson on volume. I'll have many more in the future, of course, but this is just a good example between MULN and Nrsn, with how volume could move it and how much. Because if we look at how the ratio between the volume and the float with Nrsn, it's definitely higher than the ratio here. Right? I did that math right. Right? I think I did. I might not have actually. I don't know. Ignore me right there. But I have to pull out a calculator. I don't want to do that right now. But considering the float with Nrsn, the volume is doing is just unreal. So that's why and the failure keep breaking down. That invites more volume and shorts keep getting squeezed. So I don't want to make what's supposed to be a super short lesson long. We'll map out how these turn out. So please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Pack-a-Punch Pack-a-Punch Traders on Twitter. Get some more alerts and whatnot, like this, calling the play out before it even happens. Yeah, so there's that.